Hey guys, hope y'all are doing great. I need to start some more seedlings inside, so I am going to be making some soil blocks today. I have my soil block mix and I've done a video to show you exactly what I put into this to really nourish my seedlings. Let me quickly tell you about soil blocks. It's basically a compressed block of soil. You do not need any containers or anything like that. You simply make your little blocks with some of these things here that I have, and I'm gonna explain those in a second, and then you put your seedling into that and you're done. So really quickly, I have 3 sizes here. This will make 20 tiny little blocks. So a lot of people like to do these because they can start massive amounts of seeds very quickly and in a very small area. I don't use this size as much. These tiny little blocks tend to dry out quickly, and then I have to spend time up potting or moving these to the next size up because the plants very quickly run out of space for their roots here. So this is the one that I will typically use. I start my seedlings in this size. It's a 2" by 2" by 2" block, and I don't typically up plant. I start in this, and this is what I bring down to the field with me to plant out my stuff. So I eliminate that time for up potting my seedlings. Now, if for some reason I had some tomato plants that were outgrowing this and I needed to get my seedlings into a bigger area, I do have what's called the 4". So this is 4" by 4" by 4", and this thing's massive. So you can see sort of the size. And there's a block in here. This actually creates a space for the 2" block to sit in. So I can up pot if I absolutely have to. So the first thing that we are going to do is we're gonna wet our soil mix. You want your soil mix to be fairly wet. And you can see it looks like I'm using a lot of water. But this stuff really absorbs a lot of water. You'll know when you have added enough water when you take the mix into your hands and squeeze it, and you see a few drips fall out of the mix. You don't want to see a stream of water that is too wet, and if you don't see any drips at all, that is not wet enough. And I'm gonna squeeze this. And you can see some of those drips of water coming out. So that means that I have the right amount of water in there. Okay, so now we're gonna make our soil blocks. I recommend using gloves for this because just the grit inside of this mix really does a number on your hands. And if you're doing a lot, you will find that this actually gets a little painful towards the end. So definitely use gloves. So I'm gonna take my soil blocker and I'm just simply gonna start pressing it into my mix. And I'm gonna sort of go back and forth like this. And I'm gonna keep rotating. And this tote has a nice flat bottom that I'm able to press up against. And then I'm gonna flip it, and I just usually take the heel of my hand and press in and make sure that I'm completely packed in there. And then we're gonna press the lever down. Okay, so you will see in these soil blocks that there's actually a little divot in each one of these, and that is where you'll place your seed. And then I usually just cover over the top with a little bit of dry soil blocker mix that I bring inside with me. So I'm gonna continue until I have a few trays full. These trays are nice because I can get 50 blocks into each tray, which means that if I have 4 trays, I have 200 seedlings. So it's a really great way to save space if you don't have a greenhouse or large areas to start seeds, but you wanna start a good amount of them. So you can see here we have 3 trays. Each one of those holds 50 blocks. So I have done 150 seed blocks. So I will have 150 seedlings in just 3 trays. So great space saving. Okay, so I just wanted to bring you guys inside and show you a few of my seedlings that I've started in the soil blocks. This lettuce is a few weeks old. You can see how nice and green and healthy that looks. These ones on the side here were started a little bit later than these guys here who are a little bit bigger. These are some of my brassicas, and you can see there's just 1 per block there. So I find that these soil blocks are an excellent way to start your seedlings and give them a really good head start and a great amount of nourishment so that when you get them out in the garden, they are ready to start producing for you. I hope you guys found this information useful and helpful, and hopefully you can try making some soil blocks. But if that's not the way you want to go, cups, planters, solo cups, all of that is still going to work for you. So just find what you have, what you can use now, and yeah, just go plant something.